Annyeong, Namaste, Namaskara, Hello. Today I'm gonna talk about Genie Make a Wish. I know there were a lot of negative comments. All the reviews are bad, extremely bad, a few people are okay. But I'm a fan of Kim Woo Bin and I like Suzy as well. So, and it is a fantasy, genre. So it was a no miss from my end, and I did end up watching Genie Make a Wish. I didn't binge watch, but is it binge watch worthy? I think it's up to you. For me, it was not that binge worthy. Since I've seen a lot of K dramas, I think it falls almost the same genre. But if you like it, if you love fantasy, then do give it a try. It's really good. If you have seen the trailer, Kim Woo Bin is the genie, and Suzy is she has the one who has got three wishes. The whole story and reveals around it, and then Genie and Suzy, or I don't know the Korean name. Sorry, I always get confused. But Genie name is Iblis. Okay. So the concept, if you have seen any fantasy world, so it's very similar concept, like where all this aliens or extra, or the one who have powers, they all feel these humans are like very human. I don't like you. I want to kill you. You're like way below, and this also is very similar. And I kind of got the goblin vibes. When in the Goblin and the Grim Reaper, they like go to a Play Store and they just put the jacket and like, come, let's go to Play Store. That's the most funniest scene. And here also you kind of get that vibe because the genie, he was locked in the lamp for around 1,000 years. So when he comes to the modern world, he is like unaware of it. He's kind of shocked and he's like tempted to try all things. So that makes for a funny watch. It was really funny. And then here, Suzy is a psychopath, as in she is born evil and she has the traits, but then her she lives with her grandmother, and grandmother is, I mean, she's there in every drama. So her grandmother has her mother leaves her. So it starts with that. Her mother leaves her, and then it goes Genie and grandmother. And her grandmother and the village has trained her, or they have made her not to be a psychopath. Like she has her initial, how to tell, thought is to kill people or to kill the frog, and she enjoys it. But grandmother has set the rule that no, you're not supposed to do that, and this girl follows rules. So even though she's a psychopath and she behaves like one, she has controlled her urges. That actually made for a very fun watch. Like she just goes on to hit people, and then there is a scene where she actually hits, where you know that she, even though she is born evil or she is evil from the core, she has curbed her instinct. And that's like, I don't know if there are any psychopaths out there, maybe they can do that. I don't know what it was, but it was really fun to watch. As in, her character is unique. And there is a scene where she's like, she wants to kiss, she wants like, come kiss, and uh more of a lust or those scenes, and where she is going forward and the hero or the genie is like stepping back. It all made for a fun watch. And of course there are some scenes which makes you cry. Like there is a rule, like she has to give, I'll not dwell much into story, but her selfless wishes. And you feel, even though she is so bad, I mean, she's not bad, of course heroines are not bad, she wishes for selfless wishes, and she asks for a grandmother. Her second wish will be her grandmother to become young so that her grandmom can live longer, and she plans to die immediately after her grandma dies, and her whole world is around that. So she's planning her death, like maybe jump off a cliff or malfunction in the scuba diving. And and her grandmother also loves her very dearly. uh, it makes for a really good watch. And even the end, the grandmother, and it's really emotional, it makes you cry. And there are other characters which adds to the charm of the comedy, like Mystical Beast, the jaguar, or a panther in the movie they tell. Like, he actually drinks hand soap and there are bubbles. I'm like, I laugh for that scene, and there are other comical scenes, and there are like little over the top scene. Like, there is one angel, like he's kind of villain but not a villain, and Genie, they fight, they go to outer space and fight. And I mean, normal comedy scenes. And VFX, I mean, it's mind blowing. I'm like, what? They have done a tremendous job. I at least loved it. And I was just wondering, is there northern lights or aurora in Dubai or in the Middle East? I don't know. Like, I don't know. This needs, asks a Google search. Okay, Google, cancel. And most of the shooting, not most, I think at least half an hour or few parts, or most of the parts of the, not most, what I'm telling, okay, few parts of the shooting is in Dubai. So we see Emirates flight going now and then. I'm like, they are traveling to Dubai, like how people travel from village to Seoul in Korea in the drama. So they are traveling like crazy. I'm like, is it that near? I mean, Dubai is far from Korea. And the story wise, I told you they have the past connections. So the story did shock me when the characters get unraveled. And 8 and 9, only until 8th and 9th episode we get to know the story. The backstory, it made sense, but I thought it would be more dramatic or more intense. But I didn't feel the intensity of the backstory. Story is good, no doubt, but I think it needed more uh, depth to the story, I would say. And then towards 11th and 12th, the finale comes. Like, oh, actually, the plot intensifies, and the hero and heroine, how well they have planned. You'll be like, wow, oh, they've planned this, oh, planned that. So they have covered each and everything. So it was good. And again in episode 13, I don't know, man, why people have to just, like, mostly the male leads have to be missing in action. They're not seen by the heroine, and then heroine has to, search for them. It was same for Queen of Tears, and it was same for many other even for when the phone rings, many other K dramas. I think that's not the climax we have to be looking at. Every other drama, in the last episode starting, one or the other person like leaves, they're separated, and then they get then they meet. I don't know, I'm tired of this plot. Okay, this also happens the same way, but here I kind of understood because she had her one wish remaining, and maybe since she would have asked herself, for death. Here, both of Susie had the power to, you know both of them had the power to kill each other, or they wanted to save others, and they ended up getting killed or something like that. And then she comes back as a genie, or a genie, yeah, as the female genie is called. And there is a surprise, I don't know, special appearance from Song Hey Ko. I was like shocked. What? I mean, the descendants of the sun heroine. I was like shocked. Oh my god, is she also in the series? I was like, wow. And she looks beautiful, phenomenal. Her role, special appearance, it's kind of nice, it's kind of cute when her dress, and it's kind of nice. And then again, as far as Korean drama, all the brands are in your face, and it just feels you have, entered the fashion show where you're seeing ramp walk sometimes. And there was some dog story also that also made me cry. You just feel for the dogs, man, it's so good. And so overall, how I did feel about this drama, it's a fantasy drama, and then it lived up to the fantasy. Like, it was good. I really enjoyed it, and it gave me a lot of goblin vibes. Goblin is one of my favorite serial, and I just feel backstory could have been more intensifying. I loved the finale episodes, except as I told that, last hero heroine whatever, it's kind of good. And in the climax, few details are missing. I mean, you have to complete the box, but it's overall good watch, and it's definitely a recommendation for me. Do watch. So that's all for now. Kamsa Hamida. Thank you. Bye.